Hey all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to kind of kick off part one of sort of a two-part series, so to speak, as I cover numerous Transformers odds and ends that really have been piling up for some time. As a matter of fact, in this particular video, we're going to look at a number of items, most of them from our buddy Maximal 10, one of them from Starscream Wife, and one of them from my good friend Nicole. And we're going to cover all that. However, essentially, it is stuff that was part of Christmas 2022 and sort of throughout the year during 2023. It's only a few items. Some of them are pretty wacky. Most of them are pretty wacky. But that's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. So, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of an odds and ends. So herein we're going to see some items that include a very weird, poorly done KO combiner. We're going to see coasters. We're going to see a very teeny tiny Arcee and a few other things. So without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this mess. And yes, indeed, here we have a whole bunch of things. Like I said, this is going to be an odds and ends. Most of this is actually things that I got from Maximal 10 for Christmas of 2022 that usually I do in some sort of an odds and ends video that, you know what, I just didn't get around to, right? So this is what we have in this one. Remember, there will be another one up and coming by the end of the week that will be at the odds and ends for what I got this past Christmas 2023. And there's probably a couple of other things along the way in here that I got through the year that I intended to do as part of one of these odds and ends that, you know what, I just threw it in here because why not? I've been meaning to do this for a while, so we're going to get it out of the way. We're going to explore this together. I really don't have any of this taken apart or anything done with it, and I figure maybe the best spot to start is with the BotBot first. And so we start things off with the little BotBot, whose name I believe is Hip Toast, and I think he's part of the Freshly Squeezed group. I think I could be wrong about that. I'm not really into BotBots. I also believe that this is avocado on him, so I guess he's avocado toast, which I guess is what like a hipster would eat. I mean, I don't know how to transform this. I'm assuming it can't be hard though, right? Okay, so this flips out and this flips out. And he has little arms and legs and stuff. Do the arms move? They do. The arms must be on ball joints. And I'm going to guess this flips down. Oh, and he has a little blue bandana on his face, a la like Leonardo of the Ninja Turtles. I don't know. He's a little like piece of toast robot. Do we have any articulation at the like? No, I don't think. I think it's just the ball joint at the arms. I think that's all that the guy got in terms of articulation. I don't know. It's goofy, but like, I'm surprised that it transformed as much as it did, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Next up we have one of these. We've seen these before. I have some of these little like super deformed statues. I have like a couple of Starscreams. I have like some movie Optimus. I think I have a movie Megatron or a Transformers Prime Megatron. I got a few of these. They're cute for what they are. This is G1 Megatron, which is really neat. So we're going to break him out right now. Obviously, I'm just ripping this off. I mean, it's not much to the packaging. I know it's all off screen. Hold on till I can get this guy out of here. Maybe I can bring it back in screen. And maybe we can get him out of here together. Why do you not want to? It's only cardboard, dude. There we go. There we go. He comes with this part of a puzzle. Because I don't have all of these, I haven't put the puzzle together. It's definitely a G1 Optimus Prime. You can tell here's part of the Ion Blaster, here's part of his chest. It's It seems to be, maybe it's hologram? Yeah, I think it's a hologram. Over here we have Megatron and we have all of his stats. It's a stats card. I'm going to actually bring this in closer for you to see. As you can see, Megatron is mostly top-notch numbers except for speed. Or, yeah, speed is quite, you know, middle of the road low. Skill isn't quite top, nor is endurance. But you know what? Most things are there. He's certainly formidable. And, of course, not for nothing, but here he is on his little stand looking with quite the scowl, but I love all the silver here. No, this doesn't articulate or anything. It's just a little statue, but it's a neat one. And I think it's probably one of the best ones I have. Love that silver, man. A quick little aside before we continue. This is not from Maximal 10. This is from my friend Nicole, who actually brought this back. I think she was on a trip somewhere and found it and got it for me. It is a set of Transformers coasters. Not something that, you know, most people usually worry too much about. It's one of those things that's like, these are definitely like outside of the norm, I suppose. And what do we have here? We have a Decepticon logo. Who's on that? I think Megatron is on. I think that's a Decepticon logo with Megatron in front of it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeesh. This is rough to see with the light. I think that one has Megatron on it. Then this one seems to be the same thing. That's Decepticon with Megatron on it. Are they all? No, this is an Autobot one with, I'm assuming Optimus is on it. Hold on. Is this Optimus? Yeah. Yeah, this is an Autobot logo. And over here, if you look hard enough, you can tell it's Optimus. It's, they're different. They're different, I'll give them that. They're certainly like cork on the back, and they have, you know, Transformers on the back, and I think they're, I don't know if they're metal, they feel aluminum maybe? Maybe they're kind of aluminum. Anyway, cool little set of coasters, not going to hurt, because you know what, you don't want to leave rings on your table, do ya? I won't lie, I don't know how well the silvery coasters came through on camera. I don't even know if they were focused because there was a lot of glare, and I do apologize for it. But caveat number 2 before we finish off from Maximal 10 is this. I've looked at these little tiny, like, I don't even know exactly what they are called. I guess they're by world's smallest, and they're micro Transformers. I looked at Wave 1, which was Bumblebee, Optimus, and Starscream a while ago. I'll put a card or something up in the corner. I didn't even know that there was Wave 2. Apparently Wave 2 has Megatron and Soundwave, who I don't have, but Starscream Wife did manage to find an Arcee. And you know what? Like, not for nothing, but like, I really sort of dig these. Now, there's no articulation or anything like that, but you can certainly have the little comic here and take her out. And when you take her out, you can open up the back, and like the whole thing here comes out, right? And it's a little Arcee that we can put on a stand, very much like the Earthrise one. And she even comes with a very little tiny blaster. So I'm going to kind of put her together, and I'll show her up close to you guys before we move on. And here she is. She's painted quite nicely. She's obviously based on the Earthrise mold. She's standing on the rear end of her car, and her feet are kind of big like the Earthrise mold. Putting the blaster in her hand, a little bit Herculean. Putting her feet on the pegs, almost impossible. Very thin ankles. If you get these and you want them for display, cool, but be aware that they are very delicate. And we've only got 2 things left. This is a Micro Changers Transformers thing. I don't know what this is at all. Taking this out, it looks a little aged based on, wait, hold on. It is, what? Okay, I'm gonna show that after. Hold on, let's open this up. So, this is obviously a few years old. It's obviously a Creo, or it's by Creo anyway. We have, I guess I'll show. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll show this. I'm gonna have to back the camera up, bear with me. So the first thing to note is this gigantic poster of Creo, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee, obviously from the movies. You see the Age of Extinction logo up there in the corner. And then on the back, we can see a number of like Creo products that, you know, came out a few years ago for sure. What's really interesting about this release is that it says it's shrapnel. And you can see that you basically build it and it goes together in one of two modes. So the robot mode looks like this. That's right, like this, even holding a tiny version of Megatron, all in black. I don't know why he's red and black. This doesn't look like shrapnel to me, but hey, whatever. Or, of course, there's his insect mode that looks like this. That's right, very insecty like this. Actually, the transformation is a lot less parts forming than I thought it was going to be. All you're doing is bending him over. You remove the robot mode head altogether and the Megatron out of his hand. You take the backpack off and you put it up where the head was, and the little red piece that was in the center of the backpack now goes down underneath. You can probably see it down right there. And there was one leftover piece in robot mode. That now plugs into the back. So it's actually a pretty decent little transformation. I'm gonna say that overall, for what this guy is, he's not too shabby. I'm gonna give him a, I don't know, a 5? Why not? And finally we come to our dino lads, and don't get me wrong, this is most definitely not Volcanicus by any stretch of the imagination. We have a little Bronto boy over here. We have a Tyrannosaurus Rex here. He does have little brown arms, so these yellow things are like shoulder blasters. He reminds me more of Overkill than anything else. In terms of this guy's articulation, this head moves left and right. The little legs can go forward and back. The back legs can do the same. And the tail sort of wiggles, but a lot of it is just pegged in, so I wouldn't move it too much. I don't think I would move. Feels like soap dish. I don't think I'd move it too much. This guy, he has little legs that move forward and back. He has a tail that can move up. The blasters here move, and he does have a jaw that opens and closes, or top of the head that opens and closes. That's kind of cool. The bird boy here. The wingtips move, the head can move up and down a little bit. I wouldn't move these back pieces too much because they do like to fall out. Our little steggy over here, these pieces on the top, they move a little bit. The legs move a little bit. These blasters, yeah, these blasters also move a little bit, so that's neat. And our Triceratops boy, the tail can rotate, the head can rotate, the legs all move. Like, it's the epitome of everything being held together with 3mm pegs. Not 5, 3. And that's all that they do. You don't have any hinges or joints or anything. It's just the different parts have 3mm pegs. Let's put this together so that we can get out of here. And really, we have to take all of this off because we start with this guy here in the center. And we're going to fold these in and fold this back. And boom. There you go. There's our main torso right there. Now we have to do, oh, he just fell down. Now we have to do the two legs. The first leg is the little steggy here. And that steggy, basically, you fold the head down to the body. You fold these blasters on the side. And now using that peg, we would put it into this peg hole here on the thigh, I guess. See what happened? There. That, and then this needs to go back. Pegged up there. Like that, right? Like that. Obviously, the guy's not going to really be able to stand up very well yet. The other leg is our Tyrannosaurus dude. Basically, for him, we fold up the tail. And fold those legs so that we have like a good solid foot. And then I think, yes, the whole head folds down to the body, and using this peg here, we would put it into the other leg over here. Like that. Right? Like that. Okay, now we have the two arms left to do. The first arm is this guy. And all we're doing here is ripping out his tail, and then using the tummy right here, we're going to use this peg where we folded the wing back, and that goes into the tummy. That head that or that tail that we tore off, that pegs in, or we fold the bird head back, and then there's a peg hole up right here, and this goes pegged in there, right? Gosh, this is not good. And lastly, we take our Bronto boy and literally do nothing with him. There's no transformation for this guy. And, hold on. And using this peg up here by the neck, we put that over the peg hole on this side. And we have this. This is rough at best. At best, this is rough. So, in terms of articulation for the guy, I guess we have a bit of a butterfly. Like if I wanted to rotate this forward, I have a, I lose the butterfly then. So as long as the arm is down, you have a little bit of a butterfly. The arms, I guess, can go all the way around. No elbow or anything. The head goes left and right. No waist or anything like that. The legs aren't going to kick. There's no knees or anything like that. He just stands up. I mean, this is the stuff of nightmares, folks. It is not good. But, you know, it is what it is. What can we say about, you know, everything from this set of odds and ends all together? And yes, indeed, once again, my friends, we have quite the hodgepodge of weird items here. There's absolutely no doubt about it. The coaster is very usable. The BotBot is neat. I like the little Megatron. The Arcee is really nice, actually. The Creo is okay. But the thing I say for last, and the biggest of them all, is definitely the junkiest of them all. But it is what it is. The fun of this stuff is the fact that it's so quirky, so weird, and so out of left field. And here we are once again, and I can't say here he is because this was kind of a hodgepodge of a bunch of things. I think my favorite of the bunch is either the coasters, because they're always practical and useful, or maybe the Arcee. I really like the Arcee, although the little Megatron is very nice too. There's a lot of, there's a lot of things there that I like, but then we get to that combiner, that Dino combiner, and that's not good. Not good. The plastic, like, it's not going to break, but the plastic feels like a soap dish. It's that type of plastic. Minimal articulation on those dinos, but when you put them together, man, that is the worst combiner I think I've ever seen. Probably even worse than, do you remember back in Transformers Prime when they'd done the little Legion class version of Abominus? And you'd put it together with 5 little Legion offerings, and like, he wasn't the most stable thing in the world. The legs used to like to come off and stuff. Well, this is worse than that, if you know that. Nevertheless, I do appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts, because all of this was gifted to me. And honestly, I can't say thank you enough. And if nothing else, it gave you and I a little bit of fun in doing some discovery here. Now, like I said, this is kind of a part 1. In the next video, we're going to look at sort of a part 2, which is really, essentially, what I got from Maximal 10 for Christmas of 2023. That way it'll be clean slate. No odds and ends left in the back to look at. It'll be a clean slate. But until then, please know that I thank each and every single one of you out there for giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, please and thank you, hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. Why not? But especially don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, you do make a difference in the world. Whether you know it or not, you do. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here, inside the videos.